All right. Good morning, fifth grade. Welcome to Tuesday. I bit my lip 116 times yesterday. So if I'm talking a little bit funny, it's because my lip really hurts. Okay, so welcome to Tuesday. Thank you very much for everyone that communicated yesterday. We obviously had a couple issues, and that's going to continue to happen. We're going to build on it. So here's our solution. So Edpuzzle had an issue today. The way that I create my Edpuzzles is I upload a video to YouTube, and then I take that YouTube video, put it into Edpuzzle, and create my questions. So going forward, I'm going to post the Edpuzzle video and the YouTube video. So if the Edpuzzle video is not working, you can still just watch the YouTube video, which is the lesson. Now you're going to see me in the YouTube video, you're going to see me pausing when you would be answering a question, and it's just going to be like that. So you're not going to be able to interact in that way, but you're still going to get the lesson. I would prefer that you do Edpuzzle. That's how I'm going to try to do attendance. But if that is not working like it wasn't yesterday, you get to at least watch the lesson on this YouTube video. So we're trying to come up with some solutions here. Okay, I think those are all the announcements. Thanks for your patience as we try some new stuff. All right. Today's goals, what are we doing? As always, we're going to start with our fluency practice. We're working on powers of 10 again. It's the same one at a time. I want you to do 15 of them. Our concept then for the day is writing decimals in expanded form. So what you're going to see for the beginning here is that we're going to try something that we've done before, practice it again, and then move on. So we're going to kind of double up on those things. And then at the end, I'm going to post a fun Kahoot, something that is maybe a little bit silly. All right, so powers of 10. Let's go. 1 times 10 to the fourth. First thing we want to check is make sure that this is a power of 10, and it is because we have a base of 10. So 1 times 10 to the fourth is 10,000. 10,000. It is 1 with 4 zeros. Remember that power of 10 allows us to look at our exponent and add that many zeros and make the number that much bigger. All right. 937 times 10 to the third. What is this? Cool. 937,000. Powers of 10 have that nice pattern. A base of 10. Exponent tells me how many zeros to add onto my number by making my number that much bigger. All right, so when we're all done, 15 on the one at a time. Okay, so let's get into our concept for the day. Here's this place value chart that we talked about yesterday. Let's remember our decimal. The extremely important reason that decimal exists is to separate this whole number land, one whole thing, one whole pizza, from things that are less than the whole thing. This is just a slice. A tenth is just a slice. A hundredth is an even smaller slice. And, I get to move myself over the place. I am the decimal. Anyway, and a thousandth is an even smaller slice. So we're going to use that place value chart today to turn decimals into expanded form. Okay, so here is our first example. So we have 6 and 9 hundredths. So we're going to blow this up and write it in expanded form. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at that 6. And what place value is that 6 in? It's in the ones place. So how many ones is it? It's 6. So we can write that as 6 times 1. 6 in the ones place. Very important. Plus the next chunk. Well, let's take a look at our next number. Well, that's the tenths place, and there's nothing there. So I can just kind of let it be. And now we look at our next place value. That 9 is in what place value? It's in the hundredths place value. And we have 9 of them. So it's 9 times 100th, that 1 in the hundredths place. This shows me 9 times 100th. And for this number, that's the expanded form. 6 times 1 plus 9 times 100th. We did this with fractions yesterday. We're using decimal form now. All right, let's do one more together. 14 and 7 tenths. All right, let's break this apart. Let's look at that 1. What place value is that 1 in? It's in the tens place. How many? 1. 1 times 10. Plus the next chunk. Well, what is the next chunk? We're taking a look at that 4. What place value is that 4 in? It's in the ones place. Well, how many? 4 of them. So we write that as 4 times 1, 4 of the ones, plus the next chunk. And what is that next chunk? Well, it's in the tenths place. And how many are there? 7. So we're looking at 7 times decimal 1, 7 times 1/10. That is the expanded form of 14 and 7/10. 1 in the tens, 4 in the ones, 7 in the tenths. This is exactly how yours should be looking. All right. Now on your worksheet, the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to go from expanded form back to standard form. And this is a pretty big deal, great deal easier. So when we go to smush it all back into its number, well, this 10 is 1/10, so I have 1 in the tens place. This 5 is 5 ones. It's just 5 ones. So we put 5 in the ones place. Next is our 7/10. 7 goes in the tenths place. And 5 hundredths. 5 goes in the hundredths place. So our number ends up being 15 and 75. What's that place value? Hundredths. 15 and 75 hundredths. Okay, so that's it for this video. Remember to come back and check this if you're struggling with the worksheet. Next thing I want to show you just something a little bit fun that I discovered today in our time of isolation. There's a nice farm near my house that has a nice little isolation island, and you can hang out with this beautiful weeping willow tree on Isolation Island, and no one can get to you. So I wanted to share that to you. I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm going to have to put my flag on there so I can have that. All right, so let's just quick show you. This is what your 1 at a time looks like. Same thing as yesterday. And then this is what your worksheet's going to look like. We're going to try to answer these on a Google form. We're going to try our best so we can get some feedback there. All right, that is all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow.